Have you ever had that strange feeling that nothing in your life seems to fit anymore? As if you're stuck in a loop and everything that used to work for you simply doesn't anymore? If this is happening to you, it's as if an old part of you is saying goodbye, ready to make space for something entirely new. Imagine a garden full of old, withered plants. If we keep trying to water them, nothing will flourish. But when we remove those dry plants and sow new seeds, suddenly everything begins to grow in the most incredible way. That is exactly what's happening inside you right now. Your old self is about to die, and if you let it, something much stronger and more powerful will be born. The old you, full of fears, doubts, and old ways of thinking, is falling apart. And that's not a bad thing. Quite the contrary. It's like shedding your skin, just as snakes do. What is dying isn't who you really are, but the old clothing that no longer fits. And here's the secret. When we realize a version of ourselves is disappearing, we get the chance to consciously choose who we want to become. And the most incredible part? A new you, far more authentic and true, is being born. There's a special bonus for those who watch until the end of the video. I'm going to share a very powerful practice to guide you through this moment of transition to your new self. Imagine you wake up one day and realize that the things that once made sense now seem strange. You know that toy or game you loved as a child, but today it just isn't fun anymore? It's a lot like that. Here are a few signs that this is happening to you. You look at your life and think, wow, it feels like I'm not that person anymore. The dreams and goals you used to have no longer excite you as much. It's as if you're watching a movie about your own life, but you feel like that character isn't you anymore. Even when you look in the mirror, you get the strange feeling of seeing someone familiar, yet different at the same time. Your memories seem like stories about someone else, like chapters from a book you read, not your actual life. People around you start noticing changes. You seem different, they say, even if you feel like you're acting the same. Sometimes your body even reacts strangely, as if it's reorganizing itself from the inside out. These signs don't mean you're going crazy or that you're sad or lost. They are proof that the old version of you is fading away to make space for your true self. Think about when you play a video game and control a character. You wear that mask for a while, go on adventures, level up, but deep down, you know you are not that character on the screen. Something similar happens in life. What is dying now is not the real you, but the character you learned to be. This character was created based on what your parents taught you, what school demanded, what society said was right. It was a mix of rules, standards, and expectations. But none of that was your essence. It was just a costume that was put on you, a disguise. What is dying now is that heavy, limiting disguise. And what remains is simple, pure, and real. The consciousness that has always existed within you. You lose nothing that is true. You only leave behind what was never really yours to begin with. You know when you're putting together a jigsaw puzzle? At first, the pieces seem to make no sense. You don't understand where each one fits. But suddenly, you look back and realize that everything you did was leading to a bigger picture. Your life has been like that until now. Every challenge, every difficulty, every confusing phase was like an essential piece of that puzzle. those beliefs you overcame, they were training to strengthen your consciousness. The limitations you pushed past, they were like levels in a video game, preparing you for the final stage. The dark nights when you felt lost, they were nothing more than exercises to learn how to live without depending on the old you. Even the moments when you thought you were superior or more evolved played a significant role. They taught you how to let go of temporary identities. Many people mistake this transformation for a crisis or think, am I getting lost? But that's not it. What you are experiencing is evolution. Your mind and heart are becoming more open, ready to see things that once seemed invisible. Nothing was in vain. Everything was a secret training for you to arrive exactly here, at this point in your journey. You were prepared for this because you have within you the rare ability to navigate this metamorphosis without getting lost. Imagine you're in a river. The current starts getting stronger, and you try to swim against it. The more you struggle, the more tired and desperate you become. But when you decide to let go and allow the water to carry you, suddenly everything feels lighter. You realize the current isn't trying to drown you, but to guide you to a new place. This is the secret to transformation. Stop resisting. What makes this process feel painful or scary is the struggle to keep an identity standing when it's already falling on its own. Fear arises because you insist on holding on to what no longer fits you. But when you surrender, when you accept that the old self needs to die, something magical happens. Pain gives way to lightness. Fear transforms into freedom. The emptiness becomes a space for the new to blossom. The key is simple. Don't fight the change. Surrender to it. When the old version of you finally says goodbye, it feels like a heavy backpack has fallen from your shoulders, and suddenly, living becomes lighter. It's like swapping foggy glasses for crystal clear lenses. You start seeing the world with clarity. Look at what happens. Work flows naturally. You no longer have to force anything because you're doing what truly aligns with you. Your relationships change. You attract more genuine connections, without games, without masks, and without the need to please others. Your health improves. Your body relaxes because it's no longer carrying the stress of pretending to be someone it's not. Problems seem to have ready-made solutions. It's not that they disappear, but you access a higher intelligence that shows you a path with less effort. Unexpected creativity, ideas, insights, and even ways of expressing yourself that you never had before begin to emerge. Anxiety and doubt dissolve. The void inside you is filled with presence and confidence, sensations in the body. Sometimes it feels like your cells are reorganizing, as if you are literally remaking yourself from within. It's as if life stops being a struggle to survive and becomes a stage for you to simply express who you really are. When these changes start to appear, it's normal to think, am I becoming strange? Is there something wrong with me? But the truth is, there is nothing wrong. You're not broken, crazy, or sick. Think of a tiny seed. Before it can become a huge tree, it needs to break its own shell from the inside. If someone were to look only at that moment, they might think, wow, the seed is destroying itself. But it's not. It's growing, preparing to become something much greater. That is exactly what is happening to you now. All these feelings of confusion, strangeness, even fear, are signs that your consciousness is expanding, breaking free from the old limits that no longer serve you. It's not a relapse, it's a rebirth. A new version of you is about to be born, stronger, more alive, and more true. Imagine a butterfly. It starts as a caterpillar and then enters a chrysalis. And inside, something incredible happens. It transforms completely. When it finally emerges, it can't go back to being a caterpillar. It doesn't fit in the chrysalis. It doesn't fit in the old life. It doesn't fit in the old limitations. And that is exactly what's happening to you. You might remember what it was like before, your certainties, your routines, your securities. But to live that way again, you can't, because something inside you has expanded and is now open to a world you never even imagined before. The old you wasn't bad. It was a necessary phase that brought you here. But now, it's over. And do you know what that really means? It means total freedom. You stop being a prisoner of a fixed, limited, and predictable identity and become something much greater, more alive, more conscious, and in constant evolution. Understand this: the old you has died, and the new you is ready to be born, ready to create, to feel, to experience life in a way that once seemed impossible. This is the moment to step into your true greatness, to leave behind everything that held you back, and to finally live in expansion, freedom, and continuous transformation. You know, sometimes to understand such a profound change, there's nothing better than looking to science. It offers some incredible metaphors that help us see what's happening inside you right now. First, think of water. It's H2O, right? But look, when it boils, it becomes steam. When it freezes, it becomes ice. In each state, it's still the same substance, but its form has completely changed. That's exactly what's happening to you. Your old identity is melting, transforming, making way for a new form of existence, a version of you that once seemed impossible. Now, imagine something even more magical: the quantum field. It's an invisible field, full of infinite possibilities. Everything that could possibly exist is already there, waiting to be chosen. Your new identity is emerging from this field, as if you were brave enough to open yourself up and choose from millions of possible futures the one you truly want to live. It's as if your old self has collapsed, disappeared, to make way for something entirely new. And this new self only exists because you had the courage to go through the change, to face the unknown, and to allow yourself to expand. Every time you feel confusion, fear, or strangeness, remember, this isn't a sign that something is wrong. It's proof that you are transforming, like water changing its form or a new possibility emerging from the quantum field. You're transitioning into something greater than you ever imagined. 2 years ago, I went through a very difficult time. I felt extremely alone, like I was lost in the middle of a desert. Everything seemed confusing. Nothing made sense, and I no longer knew who I was. But it was in that emptiness that I learned something very important. I don't need to cling to any identity. I started to rest in my own consciousness, simply observing life without getting attached to labels or characters from the past. It was as if I had taken off a heavy coat I had been wearing for years. And when I finally let it go, I realized I was free to be who I truly am, without effort, without judgment, and without fear. After I stopped clinging to my old self, and rested in my own consciousness, several incredible changes began to happen. Work became easier. Tasks that once seemed heavy or complicated started to flow naturally, almost effortlessly. My health improved. Without the constant stress of trying to be someone I wasn't, my body began to feel lighter and healthier. Relationships and creativity. The way I connect with people changed. My creativity and problem-solving abilities increased because I started accessing a higher intelligence, far beyond my own limited mind. It's as if by letting go of what wasn't real, I unlocked a better version of myself. Besides feeling better, I express myself with more authenticity. When you go through this transformation, the effects on your daily life are incredible and very tangible. The end of existential anxiety, that constant feeling of doubt about who you are or where you're going, simply diminishes. Easier decisions, choices, and problem solving begin to emerge from a higher intelligence without heavy mental effort. Living as consciousness, you realize that identity doesn't have to be fixed. It becomes like water, flowing and changing with experiences, without clinging to old roles. It's as if you're suddenly playing a new game, less effort, more freedom, and a much bigger vision of what is truly possible. A lot of people think they need to improve themselves, take courses, use techniques, meditate, or make endless lists of habits to become someone better. But the truth is quite different. The endless search for improvement reinforces the old self. When you try to fix or perfect your identity, you're actually strengthening something that is already artificial. In other words, transformation isn't about adding something to you, but about freeing yourself from what holds you back. Simply stopping the effort to be someone already brings you closer to your true essence. Imagine you light a candle in a dark room. At first, the light seems small, but if more people enter with their own lit candles, suddenly the entire room is illuminated. That's what's happening with humanity right now. You are not going through this transformation alone. Millions of people are also feeling their old identities dissolve. But there is a window of time, a special moment in the universe, when this process can spread like wildfire. If many people awaken together, all of humanity can take a leap to a level of authenticity and consciousness never seen before. Every person who surrenders to this change, including you, acts as a lit candle, helping to light the way for others. The urgency is this. If we resist, this collective leap could be postponed for a very long time. But if we accept it now, we can transform not only our own lives, but the destiny of us all. Think of it this way. Before traveling to a completely new place, you need a guide, right? Something to help you not get lost along the way. This process of inner transformation is exactly that, a journey to a new you. And here is the step-by-step guide to cross this bridge between the old you and the new you. Step 1, total surrender. First, let go of the old. Think of clothes that have become too tight. You might still like them, but they simply don't fit anymore. The same goes for repetitive thoughts, old beliefs, and patterns that only hold you back. Practical example. Close your eyes for 2 minutes. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, I choose to let go. I no longer need to carry what doesn't serve me. Repeat until you feel your body become lighter. Step 2, the liberation. Breath before creating the new, we need to clear the field. Joe Dispenza teaches a powerful technique, a breath that raises energy. Do this. Inhale deeply through your nose, drawing the air from your abdomen all the way to the top of your head. Hold for a few seconds, then exhale through your mouth, very slowly. Repeat 5 to 7 times. This breath changes your chemical state, pulls you out of the mind of the past, and opens up space for transformation. Step 3. Creative emptiness for the next 48 hours. Now, enter creative silence. Imagine yourself in a completely empty room, with no noise, no distractions. Exercise. Sit for 10 minutes in silence, just observing your thoughts like clouds passing by. Don't fight them. Don't hold on to anything. Just let them come and go. This emptiness might feel strange, but it is in this space that the new you begins to be born. Step 4. Heart coherence. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe slowly and deeply. As you breathe, think of something that awakens gratitude. A friend, a happy moment, even a sunset. Let that emotion expand like a wave through your entire body. This state opens the doors to the quantum field. Step 5. Creative visualization. Now that you are in coherence, it's time to create. Imagine the new you living the life you desire. See the scenes, feel the emotions, hear the sounds. Don't just think about it. Feel it as if it's already real, as if you're living it right now. The brain doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. It begins to create new connections, as if the future is already happening. Step 6. Stabilization. Over the next few days. With time, you will feel solid ground beneath you again. The emptiness will begin to transform into clarity. The right ideas, decisions, and encounters will start to appear naturally. The practice here is daily persistence. A minimum of 5 minutes of breathing, 5 minutes of silence, 5 minutes of visualization. This training creates new neural pathways and stabilizes your new identity. This protocol isn't complicated, but it requires courage. The courage to let go of the old, to journey through the silence, and to trust that the new will flourish. Remember, every time you practice, you are telling the universe and yourself, I am already this new me. I choose to live in expansion. Watch this video until the end, and I will leave you with a guided meditation to help you with this practice. You will be amazed by the results of this practice. You know that feeling of waking up after an incredible dream when everything seems clearer and brighter? That's more or less how you will feel upon completing this transformation. When the old you disappears, you realize something incredible. You are still you, but at the same time, you are so much more than just a limited me. You become the consciousness that perceives everything, that is present in every moment, observing and experiencing without needing to cling to anything. Life stops being a struggle to keep up appearances and transforms into a natural dance of authentic expression. What the sages call effortless authenticity emerges. You simply are, without needing to prove anything to anyone. It's like discovering that the stage of your life has always been there, but now you are free to act according to the script of your true self, and no longer with the scripts written by fear, rules, or the expectations of others. Now imagine you are holding a mysterious box. Inside, it is something you've always had but never noticed, your true self. The old you is dissolving so that you can finally open this box and see what really matters. you're not losing anything that is real. On the contrary, you are discovering everything that was always yours: freedom, authenticity, creativity, and limitless consciousness. And here is a simple but powerful invitation. If you feel that the old you is dissolving, declare your transformation as a sign of rebirth. Leave a comment below saying, "I am reborn." Subscribe and become part of a network of people who are discovering how to live from a place of authentic consciousness. Here on this channel, we all share experiences and show that it's possible to live truthfully and without masks. Joining this community isn't just about personal support, it's about creating a field of authenticity that helps everyone awaken faster and recognize the limitless consciousness that exists in each of us. It's a symbolic step to align with your true self and accelerate your transformation. The time is now. Every moment you accept this change is a step toward freedom, authenticity, and your purest essence. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, imagine that every old thought, every repetitive belief, every pattern that no longer serves you is dissolving like smoke in the wind. Feel the weight leaving your shoulders. Feel your mind becoming lighter. And say to yourself silently, "I release the old. I no longer need to carry what doesn't serve me." Now, let's breathe in a special way. Breathe in through your nose. Draw the air up from your abdomen to the crown of your head. Hold it for a few seconds and release it through your mouth, gently. One more time. Breathe in, hold, and release. Repeat this cycle a few times. With each inhalation, imagine you are drawing energy from the earth up into you. With each exhalation, imagine you are releasing all the limitations of the past. Keep breathing like this until you feel your body become lighter, your mind clearer, your heart more open. Now, imagine yourself in a silent room. Nothing distracts you. There is no noise, no rush. It is just you, breathing, present, aware. If a thought arises, don't fight it. See it as a cloud passing in the sky. It comes and it goes. Remain in this space of silence for a few moments. Because it is in this emptiness that the new you begins to be born. Now, bring your attention to your heart. Place your hand over your chest. Breathe slowly and deeply. As you breathe, think of something that awakens gratitude. A happy moment, a person you love, or even the beauty of being alive right now. Feel this gratitude growing in your chest, like a soft light that expands, spreading throughout your entire body. Let this feeling fill every cell. This state opens the doors to the quantum field. With an open heart, now imagine the new you. See yourself living the life you desire. See the places, the people around you. Hear the sounds. Feel the emotions. Don't just imagine it. Feel as if it were already real. Right now, your body needs to experience the future before it happens. Allow yourself to smile. Allow yourself to believe. You are choosing from infinite possibilities the future you wish to live. Now take another deep breath and know that with each practice, each day, this new identity will become more real, more firm, more stable. You are creating new connections in your brain. You are reprogramming your body for a new future. And the entire universe responds to your new frequency. The old you no longer exists. The new you is being born. And every breath, every conscious thought, every elevated emotion brings you closer to the life you truly deserve to live. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes and realize that you are no longer the same.